Audio. All right. For real, the third time. Okay, so once again, the plan originally was to have drawing files replays for all 20 of the back parts, but technical issues and we don't have it. And so we're going to redo it, but not all of them. And that's on purpose because I want you to show me that you've have a general idea of how to do it on your own. So I'm going to just do replays for 5 of them, and 5 of them chosen on purpose because they will give you a good idea of enough information for other ones. And so the 5 I'm going to do are 11, 12, 13, 15, and 18. Okay. You need to do all of them. Do all. You do all. Okay. For those of you just listening to the replays, which is not ideal. Okay. So once again, I think we're rolling. Let's get rid of this. And new drawing file. And eventually. All right. So, base view. I'm gonna say 11. Part 11 is already there. And I just need my top view right side and top right. Right click OK. And then right click on the isometric view and turn that into a shaded one. And let's annotate text. Text box part 11 and number 1 e. How do you say last? Second name? I don't know. And okay, so well, again, I had not on our document called dimensioning sins in quotes. It's not meant to be, religious or anything. The things that I had are my hierarchy that I've shown you before, where between hidden lines and extension lines crossing over view, neither is good, but this one is less bad. And some general guidelines, but I had not done specific sort of walkthrough order for things with curved lines, which are relatively new. And we will work through this, okay? First step for anything that has curved lines, center marks for all curved lines. Okay, center mark, and it's curved here and here and here, here and here. And I think that's all the curved spots. Right click, okay. And next is centerline bisectors for all through holes where they are sideways. And which one of these is... I am tired. Okay, so this circle right here is this hole, and these dotted lines are hidden lines that represent the edges of the hole if you're looking down. And so we can throw a centerline bisector there. And these two hidden lines on the right side are the same thing. And these two hidden lines represent the same through hole, and that's that. And I'm not worried about these, or rather this notch here. I don't think that gets one, but it might, but we'll leave it like this. Oh no, I forgot to do this one over here. Centerline bisector, this and that. Okay, and so after we get centerline bisectors, we need dimensions on the curved edges. And so dimension tool, okay, curved here. And of course, that is too small. And text and out and so that's one curved, and this is another one. Okay, those are the only curved edges on this view. On this top view, we have a curved one there and another curved one there, which these two are the same thing and on the same view. So we can go ahead and put TYP at the end to make it so that we don't need an extra one. And that's actually all of the curved surfaces, curved edges. And so the last one is we locate the center points of all the curved things just like they are dimensions or, edges or whatever. Okay, so this first one, if we just do our from the left, the first thing that happens is this. Okay, and we don't really need this because it's the same thing as this twice. It's not the end of the world if you have it. And there we go. And then left to right, the next thing that happens is a center mark, but we don't have it on the front view, so we'll do it over here. And then we could probably dimension the other center mark. And then we don't need total width because we have this, which is 2 more. We know this extra distance is 2 more than that, so we're good. Okay, then height down to up. First thing that happens is this notch, and that is absolutely the best place to put it. The only other place is here, and that is to an interior line. This first one's to a contour, which is what we want. And then working our way up, the next thing that happens is the height of that center mark, which is fine there. And we don't need total height, just like the other one, because we know the total height is 2 more than that center point. And depth front to back, there's only, well, I guess we could do the distance to the center mark, which crosses over here, but we can get rid of it because if we have total, in this case, depth, we can dimension the other side. And if we have total depth and the depth to here, we know it's, we know this one, we can get rid of it because it's, the remainder. And I think that's it for part 11. Let's make sure, lined up perfectly. And that's it for part 11. Okay, new drawing, base view. We're going to do part 12 because we're doing 11, 12, 13, 15, and 18, I think. And so there's our front view automatically. Okay, if you hit OK, then we could just do projected view. Click somewhere on the view, top right, and hit OK. And what happened? Does that look right? Okay. And so let's turn on the, this is part 13. Did I do 12? I didn't do 12 yet. Okay. So let's do, no, not a new part. Jeez. Let's do new drawing, base view. And we'll do part 12 first. And there, and there, and there. Hit OK. We'll do right click, edit view, turn on shaded, hit OK. And then some annotations. And annotate text. Text box on everything. This is part 12. And then your name first, last, hit OK. And let's follow the mantras. Okay, first thing, center mark. Everywhere things look curved. Okay, that one's curved, and so is that one, and that one. And that's all the curved surfaces, I think. And then centerline bisector. Okay, all 3 of these hidden things are holes. This one is this one from the top, and this one from the front. And these two are here on the front and over here on the back, or the right side, excuse me. Right click, done with done with that tool. Now dimension everywhere where it's curved. And we can do this one here and right click, done with dimension tool. Let's go edit, dimension style again, text. And I missed text and note text and 0.33. Okay. And other dimension is curved. And for both of these, they're repeated on both sides. So we can double click and do TYP. And I'm going to rearrange those in a second. TYP. And it can go like this. This is probably a case for a smaller font size, although I don't mind it. And other curved surfaces are over here. Boom and boom. And I think that's it for curved surfaces. Let's do some regular dimensioning. Okay, so we're due width, and already we're starting on the left side, working our way right, but this is curved. We can use this, so yeah, as our baseline. The distance between these two center marks will give us a lot of information, like total width is the distance between these two center marks plus the radius of this and the radiuses of this, excuse me, this radius on this side, which we know because it's typical. Okay, so we have 8 and then 2 on this side, 2 on this side. We know the total width is 12. It is implied. And then we just need the size of this, but also its relative location. So here's the distance from here to here will be our first one, and the distance from here to here will be our second one. No, wait, that's not it. The distance from here to here, oh my gosh, the distance from here to the other side, there we go. And I've never demonstrated, but just to make sure you know it's a rule, we would never do things like this out of order. It's just unnecessary. So, it looks bad, and this looks good. So there you go. Okay, that's width. We can find everything width-wise there. It's a little weird to have every dimension on the top view. You would think, and it usually is the case, that most dimensions are on the front view, and that's because the front view is usually the best view and gives you the best idea of what's going on, except it just works better here. Okay, height down to up. First thing that happens is the height of this ledge, which is great there. And the only other thing that happens is the height of this center mark. Gotcha. The height of this center mark, which we would put on the front view, except it's to hidden line. We can just do from here to here. And that's it for height. And then depth, we can do distance from the front to here, although this is kind of redundant because we know it's a radius. But then we can just do the dimension, the total width also. Debatably redundant, but it's fine. And then we have height, width, and depth. And let's make sure that this looks good. And that's part 12. Okay. I obviously already started part 13 because I wasn't paying attention. And there we go, part 13. Let's go ahead and make it look pretty. Right click, edit view, turn on shaded, hit OK. And I still don't know why this one is light gray. It was like that before. And let's put a text box in here. And this is called part 13. Jameson. All right, another bell in there somewhere. And okay, so we have it look roughly the way we want. And we'll go through our steps. Okay, center marks where it's a curved line, bisectors where the hole is sideways, dimension the curves, and then regular dimensioning. Okay, so center mark. This is curved, and this is curved. Boom. Front view, there are no curves on the front view. Right side view, there's a curve here, and a curve here, and a curve there. I think that's it. Okay, right click done with curve or center mark. Let's do center line bisector. Okay, this is a through hole, so we can give it a center line bisector. This is a through hole, we can give it a center line bisector. And these two holes, when you look at it from the right, are this hole, so we can put one there. Okay, we're not going to do one for this sort of trough arc, just because. And that's it for centerline bisectors. Let's dimension some curved edges. The top view, there's one. Of course, we can do this. And we'll go text, note text. 0.3, save and close. Okay. And then this other thing that we can double click on it and TYP, because it's the same as the other circle, no curves here. And this curve, we can go like this, and this one is the same on this side. So we can make that one TYP. And the only curved surface is this, and we'll put that over there out of the way. Right click, done. Okay, so we just need some regular dimensioning. Okay, on the left side, the first thing that happens is this notch, which this is definitely the best place to put it, to a contour. Everything looks good. The next thing that happens is this center mark, and you want to, of course, dimension center marks where they look like a circle. It gives the most information. You know, this dimension points to the center mark, where you might not know if it was on a different view. And then back to the left, the only other thing that happens is this center mark, which is fine because we know the total width is the width of the center mark plus this radius. So that's it for width. And height, down to up, first thing that happens is this edge, which is a perfect spot for it. I'm going to give myself a little bit more room. The next thing that happens is the center mark of this, the center mark of the trough, which we want to put where it looks like a curve. And let's see if we can clean this up. Maybe on this side is going to get less interference. And then the only other height is the distance from the bottom to this center mark, which we don't need to do total height because it's just that center mark plus the radius of the arc. And this gets that one. So it's height and then depth front to back. We could do this one, but we have that same problem and solution as before, where if we have these two, or rather if we have this one and this, we have this one and this one, we don't need this one. And then that's one less line to interfere. I'm not crazy about how much these cross over and how they're sort of inside. Not ideal, a little weird. But that's it for part 13. And we're just going to do 15 and 18. You're going to do all of them. But we'll do 15 and 18 together. 15. And we got a front view, top view, right side view, top right, right click, okay. And go like this. And this is kind of big. I actually think I'm going to change the view. Right click, edit view. And instead of a 1-to-1 scale, how about 0.75? That might be a little small. How about edit view? How about 0.85? I like that. And you can see it adjusts these. It doesn't adjust the isometric, which is fine. I don't mind that being a little bigger. Let's go ahead and right click, edit view. and turn on shaded and annotate text. Part 15. And let's go through our steps just like before. Center mark everywhere something's curved, which is there, 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 there on the top view. On the front view, we have this one, we have this one. Oh, wait, no, I did get this. I got that one on the center. And those are all the curved surfaces, centerline bisectors. Here's a hole that goes all the way through, which is this and this. And it actually doesn't matter if you click line to line or dot to dot, it figures it out. And then these holes right here, everything, all these little double hidden lines are through holes. Is that gonna, that's not gonna do it, is it? Centerline bisector. Boom, boom. And this one, and this one, this one, and this one. Lovely. Okay. So then we just need to dimension the curved surfaces where they look curved. Okay, this one. Oh my God, how many times have I done this? I could count. Is a countable number. A large one. 0.3. What's up? Yeah, give me a second. And okay, so we're back. So yeah, dimensions. Okay, so this radius on this side is the same thing on both sides. So we can make that one TYP. And then these other, the full circles with diameter are all three the same. So we can double click and make that TYP. And other curved surfaces, this one, same. This one, same. And this one is the inside one, which we want it to kind of look like that and not like that. The weird extra extension line is just unnecessary, and this is fine. And we can't do TYP for this and that, even though they're both radius 2. They're different things. This is an inside curve and this is an outside curve, so you can't really do that. Okay, and okay, let's get dimensioning. Okay, left to right, first thing that happens is this center point here, which is fine. I'm not crazy about it. Left to right, next thing that happens is this center mark is fine. And I do think a lot of these are going to be next thing that happens is the other side of this, which again, I think is redundant, but I guess it's fine. And continuing on, the next thing that happens is the center mark of this one. Then continuing on, there's this center mark. And unfortunately, I think we need that in order to know the other dimension, even though it's getting kind of crowded. And then we just need total width, which I guess here, well, no, I don't want to cover that up. So we'll go total width up here. And that's fine. It's not terrible. Okay, and then height down to up. First thing that happens is this notch, or this ledge, which could go either front or right. They're both contours. Everything's good. Down to up. The next thing that happens is this center mark. And then the next thing that happens is the center mark of that, where it looks like a circle. Here's counts as a hidden line. We don't want that. And then the only other height is the height of that center mark plus its radius. So that's it for height. And depth front to back. There's already a lot of stuff here, so I'm actually going to start from the back and work my way forward. First thing that happens is this center mark. The next thing that happens is this notch, but like the notch, or not the notch, it's not, whatever, the extension, it's not a contour here, where it is a contour here. It is to the outside of the shape, which is what we want. So we'll put it there. Then I guess back to front, continue. The next thing that happens is this. And do we need total? I really don't want to cross over so many lines. I guess we could put total depth over here. What's up? You can take this. Also, just, ask. I'll always say yes. Okay, and that's it for part 15. And the last one we're going to do is part 18. The last one we're going to do together. You're going to do the remaining ones on your own. Base view, part 18. And this one is definitely going to get too tall. Let's go 0.85. And projected view. It already knows which one. We'll go right, top right, front. And this is interesting looking. Let's do right click, edit view, turn on, shaded, hit OK. Annotate text. And what is this? Part 1.8. And let's get going. Done with the text tool. Center marks everywhere something is curved. That's curved. That's curved. That's curved. And that's curved. And that's it. Okay, center line bisectors. We have this hole goes all the way through and it looks like this from the top. And that same hole looks like this from the right. And that's it for centerline bisectors. Let's get dimensioning. Okay, this is curved, and we're going to need to make it bigger, of course. Right click done with the dimension tool, edit dimension style. And text, note text. 0.3. Okay, so that's curved. This is curved. This one can get a TYP treatment. Yeah, go for it. And then because this is same on both sides, and then this go there. And I think that's it for all of the curved surfaces. Let's go ahead and dimension some left to right stuff. Wonder if we even need total width because we have this radius. I don't think we need the main total width, but we still should do all these little things like the distance to this center mark from everywhere as our sort of anchor point. And if we were taking this to the next level, I would probably go through the original part and double check to make sure that you could make the part as is. I don't think, like I said, I don't think we need total width because this center mark, the literal center mark, shows that this arc is directly in the center and we can figure out width from that. But all these notches, we need something to build off of. And so we'll go from there. Okay, and I think that's it for width. Height, first thing that happens is the height of this shelf area. And we could put it here, but this is not good. It goes to an interior line. Let's just put it here because it goes to a contour. We like that. Height, next thing that happens is the height of the center mark. And the only other height is total height, which is the height of that center mark plus the radius of that top curve. And then depth front to back. First thing that happens, well, I'm going to go back to front just because there's a lot of stuff going on here. And either way is fine. First thing that happens is the sort of thickness of this notch part, which on the top view, it's to an interior line. On the right side view, it's to an contour. So we will keep the one on this view. Then front to back or back to front, the only other thing that happens is this, because we can figure out total by adding that to that. And we will pretty it up. And make sure you save it. Wherever you save the other ones, part18.dwg. And that is the extent of the demos. You need to do all of them. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. And it's all due this